In today's session of Divorce Court, was it an affair?
She came to me and she told me that she didn't love me anymore. All of that was because she was hiding the affair.
Or was it rape?
When I told Vernon, he did not believe it.
Rape to me is a very vicious crime.
It's been going on for so long. It's like, Your Honor, don't get me wrong. I love both of my parents.
I'm sure you do.
He had a lot to lose.
Did you say that? Because of the status that he was in and he had a lot to lose? That's why she couldn't tell
May I
you.
say this?
Because you wouldn't believe Mr. Upstanding who had a lot to lose. She did too. Hold on a second.
Now the judge is forced to decide who's telling the truth. It's the case of Patricia Harris versus Vernon Harris in today's session of Divorce Court.
All rise. Court is now in session. Judge Mablean Ephriam presiding. You may be seated.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is the matter of Patricia Harris versus Vernon Harris. Mr. and Mrs. Harris, I'm advised that you've been married for 25 years and that you've been able to resolve most of your differences, but there are a few remaining items that you need this court to help you with. One of which is a $4,800 repayment that you're requesting, Mrs. Harris. Tell me about that.
Yes, I feel as though that Vernon should repay me $4,800 for the last 2 years of, he separated himself from the family. I had household expenses.
Explain separating himself from the family. That's what usually happens in a divorce. People separate.
Yes, ma'am, but not when you're married. I became a single married woman.
Single married woman.
That's what I call it, a single married woman.
Your Honor.
Because he started living his own separated life, separated from us. He carried on his own, everything that he was doing by himself. And he began to sleep out behind the house in his own office.
Well, answer that for me, Mr. Harris. Was there a reason for it?
1989, she came to me and she told me that she didn't love me anymore.
Oh, my
and she wanted to leave.
Oh, my God.
And so I knew something was up because she was holding something because she was losing weight.
That's
and
right.
everything.
You're right.
And all of that was because she was hiding the affair.
It wasn't an affair. It was a rape. Okay.
So
I was raped.
Wait, Mr. Harris. You said it was an affair.
I was raped.
I said it was a affair.
Right,
he said it was a affair because he didn't believe me.
She said
when
it was
I told him.
Mr. Harris, stop. You gave me your...
He said it was an affair. I told it was a rape. I was raped by this person.
How did this rape take place? Was it date rape? Did he force you? Explain that to me.
Yes, he forced me.
How? What happened? When I say how, I mean explain how it came about. It's somebody you both knew.
Yes.
Okay, give me the circumstances.
I mean, I don't know how deep we could go in it, but...
Well, if you were raped,
tell the truth.
Then I just want you to tell me the circumstances because you want to say to me that I was raped.
Yes.
And rape to me is a very vicious crime.
Yes, absolutely. It was against my will.
And not only is it a very vicious crime, it leaves you scarred emotionally.
Ma'am.
And sometimes, you know,
Honor,
so I'm trying to understand.
I had a nervous breakdown afterwards. I tried to kill myself. I've been through a lot emotionally with just the rape part and then the things that Vernon has taken me through.
Now, Ms. Harris, I don't mean to demean
I understand.
or to belittle the fact that you were raped. I would never do that because it's very vicious. But at the same time, I must inquire. So don't take this other than my judicial inquisition, all right? What I am trying to ascertain is the man came to your home.
Yes.
Someone you knew.
Yes.
You couldn't tell your husband about it because you didn't know how he would take it. So what did you do? Who did you tell?
I kept it.
How did you handle it?
I kept it in for 6 months. I was weighing 145. I went down to 115. I went to doctors because of chest pains. Mentally, I broke down. It's a whole lot. And when I told Vernon, he did not believe it. And like I said,
just as you expected.
And even after then, Your Honor, he went out and he had an affair, several affairs. Oh. The woman was calling the house. My children was answering the phone. And the way
before we go to him, why did you try to kill yourself?
Because here I was in this predicament.
I can tell you.
knowing that I was asking myself the question, who would believe this? This man was a man of, per se,
honor.
He was a man of honor. And I was like, now who is going to believe this? And especially Vernon, because they were like this. They were just like this. They were tight. And I was like, who would believe this?
So you were keeping all of this in?
I was keeping it. I went to doctors. They even told me that if I didn't get this stuff out, that it was going to kill me. And I knew that. But at the time, I did not have the will to live after I had gone through this.
Because you were feeling guilty and nasty and that somebody...
Yes, ma'am. A lot of emotions that I can't even bring all out today. But Vernon, he knew that. He knew
now,
it.
Mr. Harris, when your wife said she couldn't come to you and tell you because you wouldn't believe it, you wouldn't be, just hold on a second. Now, you wouldn't believe it. What had you done or what had your wife done in the past to make her think that she couldn't come to you, a man that she married, a man that you've had 4 children by, a man that she's lived with for, at that point, for almost, what, 12, 13 years? What would make her think that if she came to her husband and said that someone else, another man, violated me, that he raped me, that he forced me to have sex with him, because that's what rape is.
True.
Why do you think that she couldn't feel confident enough that her husband would understand, would believe her, and would do something about it?
Your Honor,
I even tried to get him to move from where we were.
What she was saying,
and he knew
it happened along about 87 and 88.
Okay, but why wouldn't you...
She came to me, she confessed to me that it was about 3 to 4 times that they had had sexual relationships.
Did he confess to you that it was any times?
He...
Never.
Yes or no is the answer?
No.
Okay.
Because of the standard that he was in. He had a lot to lose.
Did you say that? Because of the status that he was in and he had a lot to lose?
That's right.
Your Honor.
Just because of that. That's why women who are rape victims by men who have status and a lot to lose are afraid to come forth and say, I was raped. Because they know that people are not going to believe them 9 times out of 10 because Mr. Upstanding, who has a lot to lose, is going to push it over. They say she's crazy.
That's right.
Just what she said. You just finished it.
Your Honor.
Move on. No, I don't want to hear any more. You did exactly, and I'm convinced.
Your Honor.
That's why she couldn't tell you. Because you wouldn't believe Mr. Upstanding, who had a lot to lose. She did too. Hold on a second. You listen to me. She had a lot to lose too.
Show you.
She lost herself emotionally. A nervous breakdown, which affected her children, which affected her relationship with you, which affected her ability to live a full and whole life. She had a lot to lose too. She lost her marriage, her husband whom she loved, who didn't believe her, who would not accept what was being said, who would not comfort her. Where else could she go? If the one man that she loves and 4 children didn't believe her, she certainly couldn't go to the police department or to anyone else who would against this upstanding citizen. She didn't have a hope.
When divorce court continues, Patricia and Vernon Harris's daughter, Patrina, takes the stand.
This is a good woman.
Could you say the same thing about your father?
If you would like to have the judge hear your case in divorce court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or email us at www.divorcecourt.com. Divorce court continues as Vernon Harris still doesn't believe his wife Patricia's claim that she was raped.
So that's what ended this marriage.
Your Honor, I never left her. I never left her.
You left her emotionally, Mr. Harris, when you moved to the back house.
You're lying.
Your Honor, this was 2 years ago. This
You
was
are
2 years
lying.
ago.
But
I
here's
stayed
what
with Your
tells.
Honor. I asked her, I said, let's make this marriage work. And at the time, she said, no, because I have needs. And I said, let's make it work. Let's go get counseling. And she didn't want to. And at that time, she jumped up and she attacked me.
So when you say attacked you, what did she do?
She attacked me. She had it was a door stopper. She got the door stopper and she attacked me. If it wasn't for my daughter that was there She was in the house. She rushed her. Your
Well,
Honor,
wait,
as a
your
result,
daughter is laughing.
May I
Is
say
this your
that?
daughter?
Yes.
Your Honor.
So apparently
Your
she
Honor,
disagrees with your statement.
Your Honor, as a result.
Hold on.
Your Honor,
You said something about your daughter. Now, you brought her into this.
Yes.
I didn't know who this woman was. Now that you brought her into it, let me get her into it.
Okay.
Come forward. What's your name?
Patrina.
Patrina?
Patrina.
Patrina Harris.
Yes, ma'am.
And you're the daughter of these two beautiful people.
Yes, ma'am.
And I know you're sitting there saying, I don't believe this is happening with my mother and father. Are you not?
Your Honor, it's been going on for so long. It's like, it's just like, I mean, all
Leave
the
her
stuff my
alone.
dad...
Don't, hold on a second. Don't badger her. Don't say a word to her. Neither one of you. Because I know that this has got to be one of the hardest things that she's ever done, is to first sit here. And how old are you?
19.
Okay, that's the only reason I'm gonna let her sit here, because she's an adult. But to sit here and listen to two people that she loves talk about each other, and to deal with the divorce and the breakup of her home and her family. So don't say anything to her. Just let her say what she needs to say. All right?
I mean, Your Honor, don't get me wrong. I love both of my parents.
I'm sure you do.
But it's like the stuff that my dad has been saying is not true. Honestly, I wouldn't stand here and lie. It's not true.
Do you feel comfortable talking to me in their presence, or would you like to do it?
No, I'm fine.
All right.
I mean, because everything that I have said, my dad know. My mom, she has never cheated, never, ever, not in front of us. Now, my dad, I can name many of times where I have actually heard and seen him talking to women. And my mom, she would never do that. And the part of her being raped, after that came out, Daddy was like, he was in his own world. I mean, he wasn't there for us. I mean, even for my mom, even for his children, it was just me.
Because he was going through denial.
Right. I mean, and it was like everything. We tried so hard to build a relationship with him, and he wasn't trying to make the marriage work.
So he dumped the children too? He separated himself from all of them?
All of us. I mean, he would go, I mean, everybody. I mean, she's not no whore. This is a good woman. I mean, she have stuck with us through the thick and thin. This is a good woman.
Could you say the same thing about your father?
As much as I love him, my dad have did some stuff. I wouldn't even stand here before you and lie. He have did some stuff. I mean, as far as I was at one point where I couldn't stand him. I couldn't stand to be in the same room because we would always get into an argument, or we would fuss, or we would get into a physical fight.
So let me ask you this. Did it seem to you that the relationship broke down and it got worse after your mother said that she had been raped?
Of course. Yes, ma'am. I mean, I would be at work and I would get a phone call from my mom telling me to come home because they done got into a fight. My dad wouldn't let her out of the house. And when I get home, I have police officers at my house. And I'm like trying to find out what's going on. My mom's outside, my dad's in the house. I mean, stuff like that. It's just, I'm tired.
I know you are.
Your Honor.
And you know what? And I didn't live in it. Just be quiet, Mr. Harris. From listening to it, I'm tired. So I know if you lived it and experienced it, that it had to have had a great emotional impact on you. And I hope the two of them from this day forward can at least heal that relationship with you. I hope so. And I hope that you will get into some counseling. How old are the other kids?
Well, my older sister, she passed in 96, and I have an older brother, he's, what, 24?
I'm sorry to hear that. And then you have a 21-year-old.
Yes, ma'am.
Ooh, may I suggest that you get into some counseling, Patrina? Because what you have lived through and what you have experienced is going to impact you as well. And you don't want to repeat the cycle of your mother and father's domestic violence for whatever reason. You don't want to repeat it, okay? So in order for you not to, it's going to be very important for you to get some counseling. Will you promise me you'll do that for me?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, have a seat.
When divorce court continues, the judge issues her ruling.
In divorce court, once the judge makes a decision, hardly either party is satisfied. And that's not my job to make you happy.
Closed captioning for divorce court provided by... If you would like to have the judge hear your case in divorce court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or email us at www.divorcecourt.com. Divorce court is back in the case of Patricia Harris, whose husband Vernon refuses to believe his wife's claim that she was raped.
So who's living in the house now?
I have possession of the house.
And is you still living in the back?
No,
No, he don't
I
live
still
in-
come there to my studio to do my work, to edit
So
my
you're
tapes
still
and
using
stuff.
that as your place of work. Okay, what work are you doing?
Video. I shoot weddings.
You're a
Something
videographer?
Yes, I am.
Shooting weddings.
And I
Yes,
never have
different
seen a
things.
dime
And
of
when
it.
you do that, it means you got to bend.
Well,
And you got to stoop. And you got to go up.
well, I got a
and you
tripod.
got to go down.
I have a tripod that I do most of my work on.
And I never have, Your Honor, seen a dime of the
That's
money
with
that he
workers'
made.
comp. But I give you a word to the wise. If you got a back injury and you on workers' comp, you need to reconsider how bad your back is if you're doing all this videography. Just a word to the wise. You don't have to say a word. But the point, I reviewed these documents, and you admit that it's a joint checking account, that he was putting his money in there after you separated. These checks are all dated
Not now.
1998.
Not now.
Listen to me. I'm finished.
Thank you.
Okay.
Listen to my explanation, and then perhaps you'll understand. In divorce court, once the judge makes a decision, hardly either party is satisfied. And that's not my job to make you happy. My job is to rule according to the law. All right? And somebody's going to be upset, and somebody's going to agree, and somebody's going to disagree. But here are the circumstances, and this is the law. You're living in separate housing, technically, because he's in the back and you're in the front. He should have had to pay child support for your child because she was a minor. She's 17 years old. But there are laws that provide for the payment of child support for minors. The responsibility is yours, the custodial parent, to walk into court to ask for child support. If you don't ask for the child support when the child is a minor, I can't go back and give it to you. I'm sure that you were in the position as a number of other people, and particularly women who are victims of rape. You were not able to think properly, to move, to do what you needed to do, to go for yourself, to get the help that you needed. That's what happens a lot of times. As much as I sympathize with you, as much as I understand that emotionally you were too drained to deal with all of that, I have to do what the law says. I can't act on my emotion, even though I sympathize, empathize, and fully understand what you were going through. So I can't go back for back child support. You didn't request it, I can't do it. In terms of the household expenses, he was, in fact, making a contribution. He was making a contribution paying the utility bills. While you were living separate and apart, under the law, it was solely your responsibility, unfortunately, to pay for all of your household expenses while you're living in the house. And it was his responsibility to pay for his household expenses while he was living separately. He did make some contribution by your own admission, both of you. And he continued to put money into the joint account for which you were free to write checks. And I'm looking at these checks and they're signed by both of you. So I cannot, and I don't have an itemization completely of the total utility bills and how much was and how much wasn't paid by him. I can't do it. I don't have enough evidence to divide it equally because it certainly should have been shared equally since he was using the expenses equally. But I don't have enough evidence before me to determine if it was equal or not. So unfortunately, I have to deny your request because of all of those reasons. So you can now apply for spousal support, alimony, and that's where you need to go. If you had come to me and said, I need alimony for the future, all right? So court's adjourned.
All rise.
As far as dealing with the children, I've always dealt with them, had relationship with them. between the other part is between him and them.
I don't feel like I owe my wife anything. She have taken from me. I feel like she owed me.
Well, how I feel about Vernon is just that I just kind of want him out of my life, and he go on with his life and I go on with mine. That's it.